following presentation of the National Football League.
Week 16 has arrived in the NFL. The stakes are increasing with every game, especially so when division rivals collide. And we've got that. The Rams and the Seahawks from Lumen Field on Thursday night primetime. Here with Charles Davis. 3 weeks to go in the regular season. What a start to Week 16. Rams and Seahawks underway in the NFL rivalry series. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by a longtime starter in the NFL, a former #1 overall pick way back in 2009. It's Matthew Stafford.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. Stafford. And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Ernest Jones, the linebacker, with a sack. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at third down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, they're staring up at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. So on 4th down, on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams. Back deep, Rashid Shaheed. Fielded just inside the 30. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. They'll be led out by a Southern California kid. Played his college ball in L.A. at USC. At quarterback, it's Sam Darnold. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. First carry here for Kenneth Walker to 3rd. He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down. Now the Rams and Seahawks doing battle here. Of course, the NFL has targeted a handful of rivalries to really highlight this season. This is one of them, and with good reason. In recent history, both teams have had innovative offenses and hard-hitting defenses. You think about Russell Wilson and all he was able to accomplish under Pete Carroll. The same with Matthew Stafford and Sean McVay. You throw in the 49ers and the Cardinals, and it's easy to see why this has been one of the best divisions in football the last decade plus.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Faking the give, Darnold. He'll get this complete to the tight end, Barner. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. This one goes underneath to Walker. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 24-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming, pick them up, pick them up. And someone jumped.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. From the gun, it's Walker. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Here's Darnold. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Darnold now to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal. From the left hash, this from 46. Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game. And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's #1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here. Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. 3rd down. On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops. To throw is Stafford. That's caught. Puka Nacua. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42. Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away. He'll return it from the 6. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Off of play action, Darnold. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Darnold. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Darnold. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Now a 2nd and 10. Again, Darnold. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And down by a field goal, they'll take over with excellent field position following the interception. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Back to throw. Stafford. That's to the tight end, Colby Parkinson. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
From the gun, here's Stafford. He'll drop this down to Williams. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. This will be caught just inside the 10. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal. Williams is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down.
Not only was that a terrific play, but that loss of yardage they created this close to their own goal line, that gives them a little breathing room now as they move them back.
And they're breathing fire a little bit right now, aren't they?
A lot of confidence being shown by them at this point of the game.
Slot man moves right. Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Colby Parkinson. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker set to take over once more. And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers for this first half. This defense is going to need to find some way to key in on him because he is eating them up right now. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And this one too low. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Here's Darnold. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That third down conversion good for 23.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
And Darnold just beating the play clock. And Walker with it over the middle. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
At the 43-yard line.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Throwing again is Darnold. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. 2nd and 12.
At the 25-yard line.
Now a draw play. It's Walker. And this will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Now it's Darnold. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you got your best people in the area to try and take that away.
He might be being set up here for a busy ball game. Already 2 kicks here in the first quarter, and he's knocked both through the posts.
And for now, you know they'll be happy getting those 3 points. But what they really want is to find a way for him to kick extra points instead of field goals.
And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Stafford. Complete. Smith has it. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now it's 3rd and 4.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, And before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. Second down and 8.
It's second and 8 at the 10-yard line.
Back to throw, Darnold. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Rams will go on offense here for the 1st and 10. And the L.A. offense ready for this next possession. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Now a play fake and it's Stafford. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter. As they've got it with second down and less than a yard. Now it's Stafford. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. 1 yard is the gain. And that leads to a Los Angeles first down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now they'll fake the jet sweep here and throw off play action. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down.
First down. It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Los Angeles.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Over the middle, he's got the hook up to Whittington. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Up the middle, it's Williams. And this carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, just not much room there to operate. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. Throwing is Stafford. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play. Stafford now to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. So on 4th down, Sean McVay going to send out the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick here is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, yeah. Right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. To throw is Darnold. Walker with a grab, left side. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and a yard. Darnold now to throw. Smith and Jigba with the grab. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
Second and 10. A pitch comes to Walker. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. That's returnable now for Smith. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Here's Stafford. Pass complete there to Nakua. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. To throw is Stafford. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. Now Stafford. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved. Penalty accepted, and that pushes him back 5. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty, because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. Throwing again is Stafford. He wants it all for the end zone. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So retract the yardage.
Wow.
Retract the touchdown.
Pass interference on offense. How rare is that?
There to get the touchdown.
On a touchdown, no less. Man, we got lucky.
Another one still in their arsenal.
The Rams on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 16. The left side throw complete to Adams. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that's going to make it 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Looking to put a drive together. Faking the give, Darnold. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Byron Young, the one who got in and finished that play off.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Darnold. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Here's Darnold. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to get
At Cooper Kupp on that linebacker. No way I wasn't going to take that matchup, man.
They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17.
I think that was Cooper Kupp. No, it was in Bigma. On a linebacker.
Big moments in this game, but plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now Darnold. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Throwing again is Darnold. Outright to Smith and Jigba. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now it's Darnold. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Here's Darnold. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his 2nd drop of the game. To the air again, Darnold. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Man, Cooper Kupp came wide open, but that pass rush up the middle, that's how it was last night, man. That Rams pass rush in the middle of those defensive tackles is ferocious, man.
They've got to start becoming solutions.
A 56-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10-9. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
We ain't going to stop coming after Stafford, goddammit.
It's a loss of 5.
We are not going to be gentlemen about Stafford rushing the quarterback. We're coming into his house, and we're going to put our foot on your furniture. We are not going to be gentlemen at all.
That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Now Stafford. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play, because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Stafford. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now it's Stafford. And this one complete to Smith. Fights through, and now a crease. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. From the 9, 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Williams is going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. They go I formation. Fullback leads the way for the touchdown. Sort of a lost art, isn't it?
It really is, but sometimes when you're able to bring it back and use it against other teams, they're not prepared for it. They haven't seen it in a while, and now you gain an advantage, and we just saw that advantage result in a touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is up to 8. The kickoff.
Good drive by the Rams right there.
Send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Seahawks offense and Jackson Smith and Jigba getting ready to go back to work. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in this first half, it has resulted in a big play, as borne out by the numbers. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Darnold. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
The offense on third down tonight, lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw, Darnold. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's a 47-yard punt return of 6. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And the Rams now coming out on the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Back to throw, Stafford. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And this will
Calling cover 4 down the field, protect the sidelines, make them try to throw it to the middle of the field. At the very least, make them burn those timeouts on the way on their drive.
3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards.
Don't want to give the sidelines up.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
They'll hand it off now. Williams able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's 2nd down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that his defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, Stafford. He'll get that complete to Parkinson. And he is out of bounds.
See, that's what I didn't want to have happen. Give it up completions to the sidelines. Those kill you. Those kill you in 2-minute drill mode defensively. Those sideline catches.
And that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really
because you're giving up gains and it stops the clock.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Now a play fake and it's Stafford. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. Sacks, a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long. Throwing is Stafford. Screen play set up for Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Play action. Stafford. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And he will take this.
Protect those sidelines. I was saying, you got to protect the sidelines in the 2-minute drill defensively. Let them get the middle. Protect those sidelines, bro.
And you wonder what the discussion will be now at halftime.
Paid off. I stayed with it. I stayed with it the entire drive. They finally got it.
The other side wondering what could have been.
Jason Myers now.
Because at some point, they're going to want to pass that out of bounds, protect that time. Make them burn those timeouts. Make them use that clock.
And this is now a one-point game. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six.
Probably should have went for two, though. I'm thinking old school. I should have went for two. That's my bad, guys. I'm not playing modern era football right now with that decision. That's old school. That's that Vince Lombardi, Bill Parcells mentality. Just put the points on the board.
So this will come out to the 30 now. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome into the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you on an abridged halftime report. Good competitive first half. This game kind of has a punch-counter-punch feel to it, as reflected on the scoreboard. Tight game going into the second half. Can either team pull away? To find out, let's go back to the stadium and our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. And we'll see which team's adjustments are going to pay dividends here as we are just about ready for the start of the second half. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here.
Let's try to get Kenneth Walker III here going. Let's feature that running back.
Because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
I'm telling you, good old-fashioned I formation, running the ball between the tackles. It'll never get old.
Of a big second half.
So they just need 1 yard here.
It's like the pick and roll in basketball. It'll always work.
On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And they'll try the air now with Darnold. And that'll be caught by Cobb. Will go down as a gain of 6. And that will bring up 2nd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
To throw is Darnold. And complete to Smith-Njigba. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now to the ground. Here's Walker. And he's going to take this one.
Ooh, that was nice. That was some good zone blocking right there. You see that crease they create off that motion? That was nice.
Now they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half.
Good run blocking. Got to give Madden credit. The run blocking on Madden has gotten a lot better over it.
And I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of
taking advantage of those. This is what I was talking to my buddy last night. I was watching the game. I was thinking they should have ran the ball a lot more and made it a little bit easier because those defensive tackles for the Rams were basically just playing the quarter. They're playing the run on the way of the quarterback, so you can take advantage of that. They're getting up the field so fast that if you just block down on them, you can create a crease really easy. We're seeing it right here.
Out of the gun to give to Charbonnet.
Not that time, though.
Met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Darnold now to throw. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Here's Darnold. And Walker with it over the middle. And he will be...
Oh, I got that at the last moment. I was trying to get that running back matching that linebacker one-on-one. I had to wait for it. Trying to scheme it open. I moved that wide receiver over there to create that bunch to get that one-on-one. Man, it almost didn't work. The offensive line let those guys through. I had to back up to buy some time for it to open up.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's Walker. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Again, Walker. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
This defense hasn't let them in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2. Now Darnold. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle.
I got those inside linemen to shift inside. That's when I knew it's going to be zone. They were playing the run inside run, which means you're going to get zone on the back end. So I just go ahead and do that little shallow cross. Just a matter of protecting it, and they get it. That was a pretty good drive. Got the running game established. Back in the game now. This time I'm going for 2, guys.
And now they'll empty the backfield.
I have to learn to go for 2 now. That's what they're doing nowadays in situations like this. We got one-on-one on the inside edges here. And it's going to be tight. Got it. Oh, man, that was close. I knew that linebacker was going to come. I had one-on-one on both sides of the inside edges.
He hits the big target for the
just a matter if they could get in there without him undercutting the route and picking it off.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put.
No Sam Darnold. He's been throwing a lot of interceptions lately. I think he's thrown, 6 interceptions to the Rams in 2 games in the season.
That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Oh, he shifts past him. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. In motion right is Smith. They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Stafford. And the Seahawks defense gets to him and they bring him down. Multiple defenders get to him there. And
wow. Okay, we're gonna check Stafford's wear and tear. I want to see how the wear and tear is affecting Stafford here. Not too much. I mean, Stafford's been sacked 6 times, and that's what. But my guy has only been sacked once. Hold on. Darnold's only been sacked 1 time, and look what happened to him. He's only been sacked once. He's almost ready to quit. Stafford's such a damn tough guy. He sacked him 6 times. His only thing that's affected his throw on the run, and Stafford doesn't even move around that much. Oh, boy, I tell you. Talent matters, guys. Don't let nobody ever fool you. Talent matters.
Sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery.
A fierce pass rush of the Seattle Seahawks.
This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room, where they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And the lead is up to 14. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. They'll get this complete to Whittington. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The busy night continues for Williams. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. 7 yards there and a first down. From the 50 at Stanford. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll make it 2nd down. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 26. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another.
I'm noticing they're bringing in 2 tight ends now to protect Stafford now. Rams are adjusting to that pass rush, bringing in an extra blocker.
The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
After 7 sacks, I don't blame them.
Now Stafford. Right back to Atwell. That's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it. Results, they just aren't there.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They snap it to Stafford. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Woo-hoo!
The Seahawks are going
Got
to
him.
get the ball back on the
Cover 2 defense. Check the middle of the field.
4th down.
About an 8-yard drop on that hook zone. Took away that little seam route. Seahawks defense unconscious.
Over the middle. And Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Looking to put a drive together. After the interception, here's Darnold. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. So that one a disaster. A big loss there with 2nd down coming up. faking the give. Darnold. That'll be caught. It's caught. And they work this out past the 25. A gain there of 21 yards.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational.
That's the only good thing about getting sacked. It always sets up your play action. Most cases.
It's really been
Because
impressive.
that's the only good thing about getting sacked. Or getting a big loss like that, I should say.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That'll put him right at 99 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Prime Time. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw, Darnold. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, how they would have been better served, just turn around and yell, "Look out!" because here they come.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And he couldn't get it to check.
I should have used the backspin on that one. I didn't. I love punting, man. Like, punting is like football's answer to golf. It's really satisfying when you get a putt just right because it's so hard.
They need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Short throw, it's Higbee.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Back to throw. Stafford. Wide open receiver, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Stafford now to throw. Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to have great field position here. As this is
Got an inside settle. The defensive tackles got the offensive line discombobulated. Stafford panic. Threw it right to the middle, right to the inside linebacker.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
Let's take a look at that defensive play. That was pretty cool. Got the defensive tackles wide. We're going to run an inside stunt. There it is. Here comes the rusher. That puts pressure. He just threw it prematurely. Yep. Nobody was really open, to be honest with it. Nobody was open, and under all this pressure, because that offensive line they're getting ready to give up pressure up the middle. And remember, he's been seeing sacks 7 times. So he's there. They're getting ready to get through. It's just a matter of time. It's just he's got like maybe a half another second of time left. He knows he's got to get rid of it, and that's what happens.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Defensively, Poona Ford with a tackle there. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 9. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And a nice job.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. That backspin, man, makes a difference on those shallow kicks. You get just right.
And they've sort of lost their way.
Yeah, good punt.
And get this proverbial train back on track.
But this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. To throw is Stafford. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Here's Stafford.
Oh, boy, I tell you, man, that they cannot handle those shifts on the line, man. Stafford is running for his life out here.
pressure.
We're coming right back, baby.
Just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons
We're coming right back with it.
Though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. Now Stafford. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he is going to have a Rams first.
Puka Nacua, boy, I tell you. I think it's safe to say he's going to be a Hall of Famer. Man, that catch he had in the overtime, it's one of the best catches I've ever seen. The way he snatched that ball out of the air. I know they lost the game, but, man, that catch, that's what I knew, yeah. Nakua's going to be a Hall of Famer, man. I think it's pretty obvious.
And get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Right back to him for 10 more and a first. Here's Stafford. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be out up around the...
Good drive by the Rams right here, coming off their own 5-yard line, man. That's pretty good. Give them credit. Especially after those scares. They almost got a safety back there at one point.
Don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
To the air again, Stafford. That's quickly to Atwell on his slant. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be second down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. That one taken in by Whittington. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 32-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Throwing again is Stafford. Over the middle, complete. It's Smith. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Throwing is Stafford. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That'll put him right at 99 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Stafford. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Again, it's Stafford. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 15 yards there for number 15.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. And this is going to be intercepted.
Wow. Are you kidding me?
And they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Man, that pass rush, man. Them quarterback hurries. Never under up. But was he a legal receiver? He went out of bounds and came back in.
They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead.
He should have been illegal to come back in. Unless you come in and reestablish your position right away. I guess that's the rule. That's just an offensive rule. Usually, when you go out of bounds, they don't let that happen.
Looking to put a drive together.
But man, this has been some kind of defensive performance, man.
Hands it to Walker to begin the series. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. They're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
And this is the worry because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. Here's Smith to return it. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. L.A. set to take over again on offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Stafford. Pass complete there to Nakua. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Out of the gun, Stafford. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And he's taken down inside the 30. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. Stafford looks to throw again. Smith catches left side. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Stafford Quick throw that's complete on the inside slant. And the Rams are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Williams will score. Touchdown, L.A. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And, partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
They'll look to run for it with Williams. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Seahawks offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and made him a real weapon in the passing game. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time.
Oh, man. Walker's about ready to stop, man. Might want to go ahead and bring in the backup.
Now, so if you keep ripping off 7, 8, 9 yards of carry, you're going to have a great chance of finishing off this game.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3. And now a handoff to Charbonnet. Powers through. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Well, Charbonnet once again. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Here now 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. And they'll try the air now with Darnold. His throw incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Darnold now to throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And they will finally...
Oh, my God. What are the Seahawks doing? It's a ball game now.
Shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break.
What is going on?
People are going to question the play.
Sam Darnold.
Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
The Rams offense and Matthew Stafford set to take over once again. And this
Just run the football.
Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. Although a jet sweep to start the drive. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And they're knocking on the door. 2nd and goal now in a one-score game.
Option handoff to Williams.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal.
Now it's Stafford. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going. And I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt.
How big was that tackle after the interception? People never talk about that. Anytime you get those late game interceptions, the guy that hustles and doesn't quit and stops that defensive touchdown is so big, because this could have easily be tied up right now, man. That tackle was huge on that hustle play.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout.
And that should do it. 3 kneel downs. 3 kneel downs should do it. Or 2 kneel downs. There's 100. Look at that 170-yard field goal. 170-yard field goal.
Down to the knee, and the defense, they can't stop that clock. A couple more of those, and it's going to be victory.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
Another one in the books for us, partner. Always great to be by your side. And both offenses, both defenses had some moments in this one, but I think you would agree these coaching staffs are also going to have some stuff to clean up on film.
Absolutely, partner. And let's face it, any game we get to watch from up here, it's going to be a blast. Do we want to get a real job? Absolutely not. Let's keep watching the NFL all season long.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.
Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this one. Matthew Stafford, great percentage passing and yardage, but, man, look at the key plays. And he got sacked like a bajillion times. Let's take a look here at the sacks. And it wasn't just one guy. It was a team effort. Look at that. Lawrence had sacked. Leonard Williams got sacked. Murphy got sacked. I sound like Oprah Winfrey. I sound like, you get a sack. You get a sack. You get a sack. They got to have a sack. So, like, man, that's when you know your defense. That was a team defensive effort. I mean, that's when you know the defenses you're calling are pretty good when everybody's getting sacks. Hold on, my bad. There we go. Seahawks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then they got half, so that's 7. Those are 7 sacks. Then you had interception-wise, 3 interceptions for them. And I think they had a forced fumble as well, 1 forced fumble and a fumble recovery. Let's see how the Rams did defensively. They had that 1 interception, 2 interceptions actually. No fumbles. And they only sacked Darnold 1.5 times. That's pretty good. I mean, I think Darnold dropped back like how many times? Let's see how many dropbacks did Darnold have. Let's see. He dropped back. He had 40 attempts. So, yeah, that's pretty good. He only gave up like one half sack on 40 attempts. That's pretty good. Offensive line did work. Running game, 55 yards. Nah, didn't do too well there. Well, 75 yards, really. 76 yards. Minus the 2 of Darnold. Yeah, but anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for hanging out. Have a good day.